Uninformed immigrants are at a huge disadvantage in court, in financial and legal matters, and also sometimes in life. Well, what can we do about it? I'll tell you what. We can train, teach, inspire, and empower immigrants to maximize their lives regardless of their immigration status. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. I am your immigration lawyer and host, Otis Landerholm, and this is the Empowered Immigrant Podcast. Hello and welcome. In today's episode, we're going to be tuning into a recent Client Success Summit, which is a full-day event for clients of our firm to improve their lives. So enjoy. 168 is the number of hours we have in a week. Isn't it interesting that Martin Luther King Jr. and Cesar Chavez and, and presidents of the United States or of other countries, right, achieve so much that they achieve, and they all have the same 168 hours in a week as we have. Okay, 78.7 is what is currently the life expectancy, the average life expectancy for a human being in the United States. 78.7 is the average life expectancy for a human being in the United States right now, according to Google at least. And that's why we're talking about life. When we talk about time, we're talking about life. And the truth is that as far as we know, we only got one shot at this. And so it is critical that we look at time. And the more we can master our own use of time, the more we can master our own life. It says that the current world population is 7,798,914,225, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 33, 35, increasing as we are speaking right now. Just today, births today in the world, 169,910, 15, 20, 25, 27, increasing as we're talking right now. Deaths today, we had just today in the world, 71,359, 360, 364, 366, increasing as we're talking right now. Woo! It's like life is happening. People are being born and people are dying constantly. All right? All right. So this is what we're talking about. This is time because this is our lives. All right. So the real question is, how are we choosing to spend our lives? Okay? The thing to think about, right, is when we're talking about time, how can we make our time, this limited time that we have on planet Earth, how can we make it more valuable? Are we majoring in minor things? Are we spending most of our time on things that are just stupid? Yeah? How can we, as individuals, provide more value to the world, to ourselves, to our partners, to our kids, to our jobs, to our communities, in the same amount of time? How can we provide more value to all of that in the same amount of time? And it's not just what we say, it's how we say it. It's like every single interaction that we have with any human being is precious. And we need to make each one of those count. All right, the next question that I have about time is how can we protect our time? And really, we need to be aware of it, and we need to use it intentionally. If we don't intentionally use the hours that we have every day, somebody else will find a use for them. And they'll use it for things we don't intend. They'll grab our attention and they'll pull us, on social media looking at some stupid thing that doesn't even matter. So the third thing to look at are interruptions. If we're focused on doing something that matters to us, interruptions destroy productivity. And there's the rule. We call it the 5-20 rule. Have you ever heard of the 5-20 rule? The 5-20 rule says this: a 5-minute interruption destroys, murders 20 minutes of productivity. All right? Like, some people like to have open doors and just let everybody come in and interrupt them and take them off to, do whatever they want. But don't do that. Don't be one of those people. You want to be able to focus. Close your door, focus on what you want to get done, and then go do what you want to do with other people. Block off your time so that you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. Be focused on what you want to focus on when you're working on it. Otherwise, it will destroy your productivity. So the next theme that I want to talk about is time vampires. What do I mean by this? Well, it might be, what a vampire is? A vampire is like something that is sucking your blood, sucks the life out of you, right? And a time vampire, what I mean by that is you start doing it maybe with an intention of just doing it for 30 minutes or something like that. But then as you get into it, now it just keeps sucking and sucking more time from you. All right? And so it's good to be aware of that. It might be TV, right? It might be Netflix. You turn on something, your plan is just to watch for 15 or 30 minutes, but then, there's something else on, and there's something over here, and this looks nice too. And so it causes distractions. And sometimes it's entertaining, right? Well, hey, you can plan, and you can have a life where you can plan your times to be entertained, right? But it's don't let that suck your time away from you where you can't do anything else. So, heck, it might be Facebook. It might be going shopping. It might be TV. It might be the news. What are some time vampires that you recognize in your life? And slay them. Slay those vampires, right? Block the time you want off to get done what you want to get done and get on to the next thing so you can achieve what you want in your life. All right. The next conversation, all right? The next conversation about time is the power of being punctual, okay? Being punctual, being on time is empowering, all right? You never have to apologize when you're punctual. Your time is taken more seriously. When you're punctual, you can hold others accountable. When you're punctual, when you're on time, being a person who is late disempowers you, all right? And I don't want that for you. I recommend that everyone uses a list, all right? Something in writing, because having things in memory or in the mind wastes time. I have to go back and remember, what was it that I was planning on doing, all right? Make a list and use it, and just list out, hey, what are the 3 most important things for me to accomplish today? And you do it every single day. If you get into that habit, things start to move fast. Things start to move forward. Things start to get better. Thank you for listening to the Empowered Immigrant Podcast. If you like what you heard and if you want to learn more, please go to landerholmimmigration.com/podcast.